Hey, how you doing? Sonia here with Linked by Ink, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm just excited. My neighbor, of course, just started to use like tools and everything. He's always out there in his garage getting something going. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear that or not. I'm trying to figure out what day it is today. It is the 6th of October. 6th of October. So last night, we got to attend, if you're a Stampin' Up! US demonstrator, we got to attend a special little event just for us, which was really awesome, and where we did a Zoom live and we crafted along with a couple of the DDMs from Stampin' Up! And when I looked, there was over 300, maybe 400 people on there, so it was a lot of fun. And we did a card. I'll show you the card. We did this with a little whitewash technique. And it's really simple and really cute. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you how to make it, but I'm also going to show you another couple of variations that I got. This one, I decided to use an embossing folder instead. And then I went with the Expresso ink there. And then I was like, whitewash brick. So I did a brick, so embossing folder and a whitewash, and then the little bling. I used a different bling. Elegant something. Gosh, trying to remember all the names of everything Stampin' Up! There is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items in our catalog. So we are going to jump in. I'm going to turn you down. We'll probably be upside down, but we'll just work our way through it. So let me cover this up so no one gets motion sick. Oh, and I realized I forgot to jump on and see where I'm at on my page. I need to do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to know what I'm doing. Just bear with me a second. There I am. Okie dokie. So it takes about 20 seconds. There we go. That little delay there. Just set this camera up properly. I need to get more proficient at this, but I will get there. Oh, look, now you can see my little mark. Oh, well, it's fine. There's my host code, so what? Wait. You never know with this. One day it's upside down, the next day it's not. I literally did a practice test earlier to see if this was going to be upside down or not, and it was. So, I don't know. I can't keep up with this thing. Okay, so we are using the Splendid Day Suite, and it is in the mini catalog, which ends in the end of December, and it is really super cute. So you could actually get the entire suite right here. Wait, do I need to go this way? I'm trying to get this in the camera angle. Okay. I'm not doing good today. That's okay. We'll get there. We will get there. Okay. I'm just going to come a little more to the right. There we go. Bear with me. I'm new to this. I'll get more proficient as we go along. And but here's a suite, and they've done it with a lot of pastels and bright colors, and it's a lot of fun. And look at this. Not even showing anymore. And if you were to purchase the entire suite, you would get the Splendid Thoughts, I just lost track of myself, the Splendid Thoughts stamp set, the dies, the little leaf trinkets, the soft seafoam ribbon, and the DSP. So you would get all of that. And, oh, you know what that is? That's mirror image. Oh, I see what's happening here. I don't know how to turn off the mirror image. Well then, okay, the host code the link is in the description, so just ignore that. We'll just throw that over there. Oh yeah, upside down again. Okay, here we go. I'm getting it. Alrighty, so I'm actually going to start off on this card, okay? The reason being is because I actually used a clear embossing powder on this, and I don't want to do the white and then do the clear and then you know, have bits of white in here. A funny story, I actually opened up my clear embossing oh gosh, I can't think today. Embossing powder. I kept wanting to say embossing folder. I'm like, that's not right. So I opened up my clear, an old one that I had, and turns out it was the white one. So really pay attention when you're screwing those caps back on because it matters. So with the base, all you're going to need, this is a Crumbcake Cardstock, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, and that is the base for all 3 cards today, so that's the measurements as well. And all we're going to do with that is get the fern embossing folder, and you want to make sure that it's going the correct way. So, whoops. Actually, when you're doing it, it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it does. This is going to be my front, so I want to come in from this side. Okay, I should do it this way because we're upside down. So, here's the front of the card because you're going to bend it like this. So, you're going to want that in there like that as you run it through your die cutting machine. Okay? And the Stampin' Up, the little one here, that should be facing you. That should be up, and that means that's the front of the embossing folder. If you put that to the back, you are going to get, let's say we ran it through. Ooh. So this is the front, but if you put it through, you're going to get the back side of that embossing folder on your front. Okay? And to me, it just doesn't look as pretty. So, and if you want, you could even cover this up with some, you know, you could put white cardstock here and here to cover that. So you see the difference there? So we're going to run that through. You've got this embossing folder. Next we need our sentiment area, and that is in Blushing Bride, and that is your 2.5 by 3.5 Blushing Bride. And for the edges on this one, I did old school with my scissors. If you've never done this before, you just get your scissors. Be careful not to poke yourself. And you just scrape, 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 scrape. There you go. And, oh, I can't see your comments. There we go. Hi, Jennifer. How you doing? Letters are backwards. I know. I will get there. Hey, Jeannie. How you doing? I see comments now. I'm getting there. Hey, look. I've got notes in today, so I even have like I listed everything I use, so it's easy to order there. Okay, so you just scrape that around all the way around till you get this little jagged edge, and you can make it as roughed up or as smooth. You don't have to do that. You could keep it all smooth if you like. Now this next part we're going to get a little noisy because we're going to get these 2 stamps. I used the Let's Celebrate and this little leaf stamp, and handy dandy embossing tray. This is in the mini catalog. Oh, I did not put this on the list, but this, I love it, love it, love it. So you want everything ready, open to go, because you don't want that embossing, you don't want the ink to dry. So we are embossing on ink, not on Versamark. So this is our early espresso. And I have got something, I've got a little piece of white, something in there. Probably a little piece of paper. There we go. Okay. So when we stamp this, there's going to be a little bit left over on the edge. Let me get a piece of paper under here. And I'm going to stamp it backwards for you because I'm getting better at this upside down crafting. So we ink that up. Oh, almost dropped it. Professional at work. Okay, so we're going to have the little stem. It's just going to be off to the side. So make sure you have something underneath. Then we're going to stamp, and then very quickly we are going to do our sentiment, and we're going to do it upside down. We're going to stand up real quick, and we're going to stamp, And then straight away, we're just going to pour embossing powder all over that. There we go. If you want to, you can use an embossing buddy. I'm choosing not to, because I found I didn't really have a problem with it. It worked quite well. And then what's great about this tray is you can just screw this little, you can actually just bash it all down. They give you a little brush. Oh, here it is. They give you a little brush too, so you can kind of just sweep all the embossing powder back down into that hole. It's great. I love this thing. And it's just the right size too for card making. And even like are you really going to emboss a huge piece of paper? Generally, no. So this works out just great. And even if you were, you're still just holding it over top, so I guess that would work. And you can just brush that in there. It's wonderbar. And then, see if I have any remnants in there. Oh no, it's just clear, so it won't really make too much of a difference when I put the white in there. Okay, so here we're going to get a little loud. Now, some people tell me they really don't like heat embossing. Oh, I love it. I think it's so much fun. So the trick to it is turn your heat tool on, let it heat up for a few minutes, and not even minutes, seconds really. Always test it like a baby, you know, when you test the bottle. Oh, it starts to get a little hot. And then I don't move all around like this. I just let it sit there on one spot and then just wait till it starts changing. I'm burning my fingers. And you'll see that it's starting to change. And then I'll work my way along, making sure I get the entire image over here. As long as you're not holding it in one spot, you know, for too long, you're going to be fine. It's not going to burn the paper. See how that's changed, but this one still hasn't? So you see the difference? So you really just want to go slow and steady wins the race here. Because you don't want to have any little bits left over. Oh, I got a little smudge there, but that's okay. No one's going to notice. Okay, let's get that out the way. So, oops, upside down. Then we need some dimensionals. You know I had them, here they are. Now, all three of these cards assemble the same way. So, really don't have to assemble them all, but I mean, we will. But they're all pretty much the same. We get some dimensionals right here. I used 4, but I prefer on my first card, but I like to make sure it's really popped up. And look at this little trash can I got from Family Dollar. Oh my God. Well, I'm using it as a trash can. It's a little milk jug. How adorable is that? I used to have a daycare called Sunny Patch. And it says, welcome to the patch. Oh, it's just cute. But anyway, I wanted to share that. Family Dollar Tree. Is that what Family Dollar store? I think it's Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. So we used to have a stamp like that, I think a truck a while back. Okay, and then you're just gonna pop this on top. Too easy. Next we need our early espresso, 3 by 2.5. And then we need, this is a little bit of DSP foil from that gorgeous Splendid Day pack. Now, with this is such a small piece that you wouldn't necessarily have to purchase the entire pack of paper to do these 3 cards. You know, any foil that you have, you could use. So you would use, for this one, you would run that through the embossing folder. And this one's this cute, look, why am I turning it over? It would be, let me just take that off, there we go. You would run those through your die cut machine. I just said embossing folder, ignore me. And then you would have these cute little cutouts. You might need your pokey tool to poke that out. There we go. And these are the same, all 3 cards obviously have the exact same dimensions, so it makes it really easy. Then you're going to want to get a little bit of glue and layer these together. So just a teeny tiny bit right here. And put that down. Now this is honestly, this part's the hardest part of this whole card. Tying a bow. So using the twine, I forgot what this twine is called, but it comes, there's 4 colors, it comes in a pack, and the number is in the comment section. I made sure I put all the numbers and prices in the comment section, because you can buy the entire suite, or you can buy just the bundle, or you can buy just the stamp set. So the choice is yours. It's fantastic. And okay, tie this bow. Oh, tying bows is not my superpower. I have a bow tie. Hang on, I'm just all upside down. I might have to do this the right way. Sorry, I can't tie a bow upside down. That is just, that's asking too much of me. So you could just tie a bow and then pop it on with a glue dot too. Let's try and make that a little tighter. Where did it go? Oh, it's hooked. Oh, it's gonna be the death of me, this bow. Come on. Anyone else struggle with bows, or is it just me? I'm pulling the wrong. That's why I usually use my bow tire. I can't even think. Bow maker. Good gravy. It's in there somewhere. I think I still got a little bit of COVID brain. I had COVID back in September. And I swear I still have COVID brain. Okay, as I fumble my way through that one. Good grief. So now that that is on top of each other, and then you're just going to have a little bit of glue on here, a little bit down there, and pop that wherever you think looks good. And oh, try not to put it on top of the bow, Sonia. And there you go. So let's celebrate. Could be used. Oh, and then the bling. Now this one I used pearls, but there's also these super cute, elegant faceted gems, which one just went flying. So they're adorable. So you could use those as well. Just your choice. Bling however you want to bling it. And that is so cute. You could use that for a birthday, someone got a new job, even a baby. I think this is very versatile. Use it for a wedding, an engagement. Okay, let's get inky now. So this is the card they showed us last night. This is the one it was a mystery stamping, and we crafted along. And you could use this with any different, stamps and stuff that you have. You can just take this same basic principle and make it into an entirely different card. Okay, so again, it's the same base. It's at 8.5 by 5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we get something that we forget about a lot, is our Whisper White ink. Now this is a craft ink, and I'm going to probably get very messy because I'm not very good at staying clean with this. But, ooh, what we're going to want to do is get the ink refill, and then we're going to put that in there. I'm going to put like 1 to 2 drops. Actually, I'm going to put a little more because I have 2 cards to do. So we'll do this at the same time. So our other base for this card, I actually ran it through with the embossing folder first. And that's the brick and mortar embossing folder. So you get this really cute card right here. This brick wall. So we're going to do 2 of these. You're going to want to get your water pen. Where's my blender? and squeeze some water into here. Get it to a nice consistency. Don't want it too thick. Don't want it too thin. Now you can layer as well, and you can always add more ink in. So this is supposed to be just very, very random whitewash, just back and forth. It's called whitewashing. Don't go all the way, like leave a little bit of edge, then you just keep going down, just in and down. And you can go back over. Oh, I need that, I want that darker. And if you make it, of course, the thicker you make it, it's going to be thicker on the paper. So we want it very random. And then with the brick, the same thing, just going across, painting the brick. Now with the brick, I went all the way across, because when you have a brick building, you know, the wall's usually painted, the whole wall is generally painted. So I went all the way across with that. I told you I'd get ink on me. So of course I've gone ahead and got some ready to go. So, and every time you do it, it might look just a little bit different. So this one seems a little bit lighter, but you can make them darker or whatever you want. So it's the same thing. Oh no, this one I thought I skipped in a bit, but I did not. Oh, excuse me. I'll just never stop. So if you see this card, you'll see this little detail. It's got this little edge in here. Oh, I did not put the stitched dies. No, the stylish dies. This is from Stylish Dies. I did not put that on the list of everything I used. My bad. So, but it's Stylish Dies. So what they did is they got this die. Now, if you're looking at the set, so you're like, which one is it? Because I always want to know which one it is. It is this big flag one here, this banner. So you can use that one right there. It goes right here. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I turned the heater on because I was cold this morning. I think I've stirred up some dust. Oh my. Okay, so what they did to get that little indentation that we see here along this is how I did it. Normally when I do my dies, I would pop it down this way and run it through the die cutting machine. But this time I faced it up. I put it here like that, so just along to the edge. And then I taped it with some post-it tape, and then I ran it through. So you can see here, the post-it tape was like this. And then I ran it through, and it does break the post-it tape because that part comes off, okay? It would actually bend that way. Am I making sense? I'm trying to show you before and after. I can't get my Big Shot up on the table because this table is just like, it'll shake, 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 shake. I need to get a solid table. So use the post-it, run it through, and then you'll have this little edge bit that you can just throw away. And then here you're gonna have a couple little, what are these, little spots that you can just cut right off. Just snip them, the little edges. And then you have a really cute little embellishment down the side. So again, this time we're doing the stamping. Oh, let me clean my stamps. I'm going to do the white embossing. And to save time, we'll do the next card too. So the next card has got this edge. And let me show you. I know we're jumping back and forth between two cards, but I know you guys can keep up. So I know you got this. So again, I got the regular Blushing Bride. And then I got my early espresso and a sponge dauber. I didn't put the sponge daubers down. I didn't get everything. I decided I was going to do that list like 10 minutes before I went live. So, yeah, last minute person. So all you do is like flick, 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 flick with the sponge dauber. Hey, Glenda, how you doing? And you go all the way around until it was like this. Now, some people really like to, like, when they do the edges, Carla Rodriguez, if you're watching. She loves to ink things up like this. So you can choose, you know, which way you want to do that. That would look cute too, with a lot more ink. So whichever way you want to go. So we are going to clean these stamps real quick, and then we're going to do a 2-for-1 since I've got this. I'm probably going to shake the table here, so I'm cleaning the stamp. I am going to be looking on Marketplace for a new table today. Maybe a little dining table. I have to get something that fits in here into the studio. Make sure we get everything in. Okay, where did I put it? There we go. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we are going to use our white embossing powder. So we need our ink, we need everything ready to go because we are embossing onto our ink, not onto Versamark. And ink dries a lot quicker than Versamark does. So well, here's the embossing buddy. If you want to use that, you can. Just kind of tap, tap, tap all around the place. I get rid of any of those fingerprints that we put over there. And then we are going to, where's my little piece of paper? So I don't want to stamp onto my mat because that little edge of the leaf is going to fall off. So we'll do this one first. We're going to go upside down into the white craft ink. And we're going to put this up here with the little stem just off to the edge. I'm going to put this a little further up though this time. And stamp and sentiment. And it's very pale on this Blushing Bride, and that is why we are using that white embossing powder. So as quick as you can, just dump that on there. Super cute. There we go. And we're going to do it again on this one. So we're doing one card 3 different ways, and it's just changing a couple of the elements on each card, but giving them, like, you know, just enough of a different look so you can create it in a style that works best for you. Because, you know, we all have beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that goes with our card making as well. See, some people like, oh, I love that card, and other people like, yeah, it's just not their style. It's like, yeah, it's nice, but it's just not for me. So if you do see one, the challenge is if you see a card that you think, oh, not for me, go ahead and change some things on that card and make it for you. That's a little creative challenge for everyone. Oops, almost threw the ink. Okay, I'll clean this up in a minute. We'll just move this to the side for the sake of expediency, so I'm not wasting all your time. We'll do that. Okay, and then of course we get the heat gun, so we get a little bit of noise. Just it's gonna take like a couple of minutes. Just have a drink, have a little, just relax a little minute, have a look in the catalog. Okay, get that nice and hot, and then remember, just go from one side. Just wait till it starts to turn. And you'll see the white. Oh, I love when I do gold embossing powder. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to have to make some Christmas cards with some gold. So you'll see it turn. Oh, I'm burning my finger. Okay, just move your finger or get tweezers. That little kit I was showing you actually comes with some tweezers. So you see how easy you can tell the difference. Oh! Don't let your don't let the cord go in your card, the other card. So you can, this one's very easy to see when it's done. That's done there. And now this one, I'm blowing everything away now. I'm going to leave a bit on purpose to show you. If you're like, well, I don't know if it's done or not. Let me show you. Ow, hot, hot, hot. Probably should use tweezers for this part. Okay, now if you look at this, you'll see there's still a little area up the top here, right there, and right here where you can see the difference. And if you kind of move it so that it catches the sunlight or the light, because we're not really outside, when you move it, you'll be able to see if it's embossed or not. Because when it's heat embossed, it actually has a little bit of a shine to it. That's part of the joy of heat embossing. So we just put these two cards and we're just gonna make them together. And apparently I need my bone folder because that's just sticking up. Now if you're putting a lot of water on this, a lot of whitewashing, and your card starts to buckle a little bit, just bend it. Paper is very pliable. And again, if you're like, oh, well, I don't really like the inside of this, we can just put, you know, 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of basic white, or even layer up. Oh, you know, it would be pretty. Get some blushing bride and then put that there and then layer it with basic white on top on both sides. So you kind of like build this up, and that will make the card a lot sturdier as well if you add a little layers. Because this is just the regular cardstock, which is not like our thick white cardstock, which is a lot thicker and would stand up better. So next time I'm just gonna have to tape this down somewhere. You guys know who I am. So we're gonna throw dimensionals on. So the offer today is that I have these cards, this kit. There's 3 designs, and you will get 2 of each. So that's a total of 6 cards with a minimum purchase using the host code that's in the description. So make the purchase, use the host code. I will mail you these kits. Now a kit cannot include any stamped images. So you will get these all cut out for you for all 6 cards. You'll get this cardstock, and the cardstock will be embossed with the 2 that I embossed. So then you'll get this cardstock. There won't be any stamping on here. You'll have these cutesies, and then some twine. It might not be this color. It might be white, or here I've got one that's white, and here I've got one that's vanilla. So you might get different color twine. What it doesn't contain, does not contain any stamped images, does not contain the stamp set, and it does not contain the bling. So, because it's just too hard to figure out all that bling. So, and you've got till Sunday. Did I say Sunday or Monday? Oh, now I can't remember. Alexa, when's the 9th of October? Sunday. Okay. So you've got till midnight Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, to get that order in. Now, here's the really important part. If you want this free card kit, I need to know, I call compliance to make sure that everything's above board, and I can whitewash this for you. Like, this one's very, very light, but this one's a lot darker. So if I do the whitewashing for you, it could come out, you might get different variants, you know, it might not be this, you see this one's a little darker than that one, but it will have that whitewashed look. It's obviously not crumb cake anymore. So you have to, the important part is if you want this kit and you want me to mail it to you, you've got to let me know if you want me to whitewash it or not, or if you're going to do that yourself. Because if you do not tell me, then I will not send it whitewashed. You will get it blank. And then if you did want it, but you didn't tell me, then you'll be sad. So make sure you message me so I can make sure that you're getting the kit that you want. Again, that is free with a minimum purchase. And we're going to put this on here. And it's just till this Sunday, October 9th, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. and then I will send this out in the mail to you. It'll just come standard post. What is that in America? First class mail. There we go. In Australia, you say post. So I'm going to go to the post office. But you say post office here too, but you don't call it post. You call it mail. Like you go, oh, I got to check the mail. But in Australia, we go, oh, I got to check the post. Weird. Okay, these bows. Oh no. Here we go again with these bows. I tell you. So we're almost done. We're almost there. We just got to add some bows and some bling. And we're good to go. Woo! Tell you. I think next time I'm just going to cheat and use the bow maker. And well, this way it is going to stay on, yeah, because you're actually tying it around the stem. So I think this way is probably more secure. It's just more finicky. Because bows in general, when it's, I find a bow easier to tie when it's like a thicker ribbon. Okay, so well, I've got like 3 of you on here. Woohoo! Thanks for joining me so far. Go ahead and drop in the comments which one is your one messing with these bows. Which one is your favorite one? We've got whitewash, brick whitewash, and fern. Which is your style? You could also say none, I guess, too. But so put that down in the chats that we've got. And if you're watching on replay, go ahead and put that in there too. We've got whitewash, brick whitewash, and fern. I want to know which one you are digging. So let's do this one. I think I've got glue everywhere. I'm struggling with bows. I think this is something most of us struggle with. I haven't met too many people who go, oh my gosh, I love tying bows. I mean, do you know anyone who actually likes doing bows? Tell them they're hired. Not really, I'm like, okay, almost there, almost. Here we go. It took me a minute, but I got there. That's all that matters. Okay. And even just like that with some bling, I'm digging it. So it's cute. And it's pretty easy, especially if all the die cutting's already done for you. That's easy breezy. And you don't, if you don't have the white craft, that's why I did that in Early Expresso, because you don't actually have to put clear embossing powder on that. You can just leave it with the clear, with the Early Expresso. And then we're gonna put this here. I really like this card. I can't wait to see what we create next week. And then of course I'm gonna try to throw some variations. And guess what? It's going to be the same stamp set. Oh, that's right. They're actually doing this little event for us demonstrators. Oh my gosh. And so every week in October, we're doing like, we're making one card. It's a mystery card. We don't know what it is, but we do know that it's the exact same stamp set. So if you don't have this stamp set and you want to purchase it, you can go ahead and purchase it. Use that link, and then you will have enough to make these 6 cards. I will send you the, as we already talked about, the kit to make all 6. I think that's a bargain. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. Not sure who's still here. It just shows me live 1, but I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I've got to figure out how to end this now. Thanks. Bye. Where's the end button?